Think horror from the 1950s is all rubber masks and cheesy screams? Think again. These films didn't just spook your grandparents. They laid the groundwork for decades of nightmares, psychological twists, and shadowy staircases. And here's the kicker, they still hold up today. Each of these 5 chilling classics pushed boundaries, unnerved censors, and made audiences squirm long before CGI was even a dream. Stick around till the end. You might be surprised which title grabs the top spot. If you're into unnerving tales, haunting visuals, or just want to sound really cool in your next film nerd convo, smash that like button, drop a comment with your favorite horror classic, and, of course, subscribe for more unsettling gems. Also known as Night of the Demon in the UK, this British supernatural horror follows a skeptical psychologist, played by Dana Andrews, investigating a supposed satanic cult led by the deceptively charming Julian Carswell. Spoiler alert, the cult isn't bluffing. The director was famously at odds with producers over the inclusion of the demon itself. He wanted ambiguity. The studio, of course, wanted a rubber monster. The result? We got both. But despite the literal demon, it's the subtle scenes that really get under your skin. Wind that blows without source, ancient runes appearing mysteriously, and a creeping inevitability that's scarier than any jump scare. Critics once debated whether showing the demon ruined the suspense. But 60-plus years later, what's unforgettable is how effectively the film weaponizes the mundane. Who knew a piece of parchment could be so menacing?
Evil, supernatural creatures exist in a world of darkness. Man can call forth these powers of darkness, the demons of hell.
Skeptical? Don't make up your mind till you see this masterpiece of macabre magic. The Frightened Girl. The master of witchcraft.
He has been chosen.
I've been chosen for what? What do you mean?
It is the night of the demon.
In a desperate battle against the demons of hell.
Picture this. Vincent Price, in full gleeful menace mode, invites a group of strangers to spend one night in a supposedly haunted mansion. The prize is $10,000, a small fortune at the time. The catch? You might not make it out alive. This William Castle production is equal parts haunted house thriller, murder mystery, and schlocky carnival ride, and it completely embraces that. Castle was a genius of gimmickry. In some theaters, he rigged a plastic skeleton to fly over the audience during key scenes using a system called Emergo. But here's the twist, underneath all the camp, the film has layers. It toys with your expectations, keeping you guessing what's real and what's just theatrics. Price delivers one of his most deliciously dry performances, the sound design is wonderful, and the finale flips everything on its head.
I'm Vincent Price, and you're invited to my party in the house on Haunted Hill. We'll see human heads without bodies. Mysterious pools of blood dripping from the ceiling. Hurry, or you'll be late for your own funeral.
Hammer Films' horror of Dracula injected real menace, and let's be honest, sultry danger, into the vampire mythos. Christopher Lee, at 6 feet 5 inches, with bloodshot eyes and literal blood on his lips, redefined Dracula not as an aristocratic recluse but as a predator in a cravat. Peter Cushing's Van Helsing isn't the doddering professor stereotype either. He's fast, sharp, and absolutely done with Dracula's nonsense. The chemistry between Cushing and Lee was electric, giving birth to one of cinema's most iconic horror rivalries. Unlike earlier Dracula films, this one doesn't hide its violence. Blood spurts. Women gasp. Crucifixes burn skin. And the final battle is a gloriously unhinged ballet of sunlight, curtains, and vampire disintegration. It's no wonder this movie kick-started Hammer's horror boom and influenced everyone from Tim Burton to Guillermo del Toro.
Dracula, the bedeviled master of all that is evil. This is the anguished man who fears for the lives of his beloved, the girl who is his sister, and the one that is his wife. This is the doctor who dares to challenge the vampire Dracula. Those who come to end his reign of terror stay to become his victims. How do you destroy a fiend who has so far proven himself indestructible?
You must help me. You must. You're my only hope. You must.
I'll help you. I promise.
Dracula the terrifying, the feared, who sleeps in the tombs of the dead by day and arises at night. This is the story of Dracula, a creature who destroys all whom he touches.
Charles Laughton directed only one film, and somehow it was this pitch-black fairy tale of religious hypocrisy, childhood trauma, and Robert Mitchum singing lullabies while threatening murder. Mitchum plays Harry Powell, a fake preacher with the words love and hate tattooed on his knuckles. Yes, that trope started here. He marries a widow, searches for hidden money, and proceeds to psychologically torture her children through riverside towns and black and white cornfields. The visuals are stunning. Stark silhouettes, crooked staircases, and hauntingly lit bedrooms that look like expressionist paintings. But it's the mood, syrupy and sinister, that lingers. The film tanked on release because audiences didn't know what to make of it. Was it horror? A thriller? A folk tale gone rancid? Now, it's heralded as one of the most influential American films ever made. And Mitchum's performance remains terrifying, magnetic, and still deeply, deeply evil.
The Night of the Hunter. The combined powers of Paul Gregory and Charles Laughton brought the Caine Mutiny Court-Martial to Broadway. Now the screen receives that same creative, electrifying impact.
Figured I was gone, huh?
Run. Hide in the staircase. Run quick.
Here is all the passion and suspense, the heart-pounding warmth of the best-selling novel that gripped millions.
This French psychological chiller is a masterstroke of suspense, betrayal, and bathtub horror. Here's the setup. A sadistic boarding school headmaster, his meek wife, and his fiery mistress form a twisted triangle. But the women, united by their hatred, decide to kill him and dump his body in the school's pool. Only, the body disappears. What happens next is a nerve-shredding slow burn of paranoia, gasps, and damp footprints where there shouldn't be any. The pacing is merciless. The cast delivers performances so raw and unnerving they feel modern even today. The final 15 minutes are legendary, and were so shocking that theaters actually begged audiences not to spoil the ending. Even now, Diabolique holds its punch. Watch it alone, and you might start triple-checking that bathroom door.
Qu'est-ce que vous fichez là toutes les deux?
Rien.
Which forgotten 1950s nightmare did we miss? Drop your pick in the comments. We're always hunting for underseen gems to terrify our editors. And if you want more unsettling classics, don't forget to check out our curated horror playlists. Whether you're into bloodsuckers, ghost houses, or deceptive bathtubs, we've got you covered. Stay scared and subscribed.